Welcome to this new deep immersion. Today, we go into the shadows of Colonial Mexico City, a place full of legends, right? Mystery, history. Exactly. And today, we focus on one that is especially chilling: the legend of Don Juan Manuel Solórzano. Sources place us in the 18th century. In the heart of New Spain, painting the picture of a powerful and wealthy man, but one consumed by jealousy. From there comes a supposed pact with the devil, nighttime murders, and an ending that is, let's say, quite mysterious. A story that has lasted through time. But first, an important clarification before we begin. We are not talking about the Spanish writer from the 14th century, who had the same name. This is Don Juan Manuel Solórzano, an influential figure of colonial Mexico City. The legend places his story between the years 1623 and 1641. And our mission today is to uncover this legend, its context, and why it still echoes so much even today. To understand the story, we need to imagine that New Spain. What was it like? It was a very hierarchical society. Clothing, for example, was key. It showed your social status, sometimes even by law. And the Catholic Church was everywhere. An enormous power with the Inquisition always watching. And the nights were very different from today. Dark streets, little light, and full of danger. A perfect place for fear and for the supernatural. And there he was. Don Juan Manuel. A rich man, influential, close even to the viceroy. At first, he was described as a virtuous and religious person, married to Doña Mariana de Laguna. He seemed to have everything. But something went wrong. Rumors began about his wife. Rumors of infidelity. Some versions say they were started by his enemies or by a resentful nephew. And in a society so obsessed with honor, imagine those rumors were not simple gossip. They threatened his position, his masculinity. That could explain his desperation. A desperation that led him to seek answers beyond the normal. The legend says he went to a sorcerer who called upon the devil. An extreme step. What did he ask for? According to the story, he offered his soul in exchange for knowing who his wife's lover was. And what instruction did he receive? Terrifying. He had to go out for 3 nights in a row at exactly 11 o'clock. The first man he met who answered 11 when he asked for the time. He had to kill him. It was not about finding the real culprit. It was an ambiguous order. Almost a demonic trap. To kill anyone there at that hour. And yes, it is said he did it. He went out at night wearing a hooded cloak, on the street then called Calle Nueva, today known as República de Uruguay. And the fatal question, what time is it? If the answer was 11, he said the chilling phrase, "Lucky you who knows the hour of your death," and stabbed him. Imagine the panic in the city. It must have been terrible. The streets would have been empty at night. But of course, guilt could not be endured. Remorse consumed him. The legend says he confessed everything to a Franciscan friar, who gave him a harsh penance. To pray 3 nights in a row at midnight, at the foot of the public gallows in the main square. A place full of symbolism. And what happened there? The terror continued. But this time for him. The first night, he heard a voice coming from the ground, repeating his own phrase. "Lucky you who knows the hour of your death." On the second night, things got worse. He saw a funeral procession, hooded ghosts carrying candles. And in the middle, an open coffin with his own dead body inside. Seeing his own death must have been devastating. And on the third night, At dawn of the third day, they found Don Juan Manuel hanged on the same gallows where he had done his penance. So his death was also a mystery. There are several theories about what really happened. The most popular one, almost poetic, says that angels hanged him as divine justice. Others, more political, say it was an execution ordered secretly by the royal audience or even by the viceroy to silence the scandal. And of course, there's also the idea that he took his own life, driven mad by guilt. Some versions even say that one of his victims was his own nephew, adding more tragedy and giving a reason to end his life. Whatever the truth, his death sealed the legend, and it's incredible that it still lives on today. The house where he supposedly lived at República de Uruguay number 94 still stands. Today, it's a hotel or a hostel, and there's even a plaque on number 94. And people still talk about strange things there. Some say they've seen a figure at night, walking that street, asking for the time. And the popular warning remains, if it's 11 o'clock, better not to answer. Even inside the building, people talk about strange phenomena noises. TVs turning on by themselves. That's what they say. It's fascinating how this legend, like the one of La Llorona, acts as a cultural mirror, reflecting fears about sin, justice, and the supernatural. And the fact that the physical place still exists gives it incredible strength. It connects the past and the present in a very real way. And it leaves you thinking, how many other stories, half truth and half myth, might be hidden in the corners of cities with as much history as Mexico City? Yes. It's an invitation to look a little deeper, to feel those stories that mix history, culture, and that shiver of the unexplainable.